Hello dissenters, my name is Italix and I am here today with a game called SimCity. It just released a few hours ago and I wanted to take you guys with me along for a journey in creating a new city in a new region, getting a fresh start and letting you guys kind of take a peek inside of SimCity and seeing what is on offer from EA. Now, those of you who have beef with EA, their servers, their always online DRM, that's fine. I'm not here to discuss that or debate that. What I'm here to do is play some SimCity. And to do that, of course, we're going to push play, and from here we're going to be able to create our city, claim a city, I should say, in a region. Now we have, I think, 8 regions to choose from. You'll see up here we can see how many cities are in each one, as well as how many great work sites. Some will have more than one. This one, for example, has 5 cities, and then over here we've got some crazy ones with 16 cities and 4 different great work sites. But for our purposes, I think Sunrunner Bay is going to do nicely. It's only got 2 cities, so we can take use of both of those potentially, and there's one great work site. So we're going to push next and then therefore be able to name our region, make it public or private so we can allow someone else to join. So we're going to make it private. We want to play all by our lonesomes, and sandbox mode will allow us to use cheats, have infinite money, things like that if you wanted to. It will keep you off the leaderboards, but you can just goof off, have fun if you so choose. I'm not going to do that, however. So I'm going to name my region and we're going to be on our way. This is going to be the region of Descent. This is the most unoriginal name for a region, but you know what? I really can't be bothered to try to come up with something original, so let's move on to the next space where we will be able to claim our city. I think I kind of like the way that this one looks better. This one has a little bit more ore, and I kind of want to go with it. So, and it's also got like a weird looking hill right there. That kind of freaks me out. This one seems a little bit more flat, a little easier to work with. But you know, if it was just easy to work with, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. So we're going to claim Plunder Point as our new city of choice. And as we've claimed it, we can just go ahead and jump on in. Wow, this place looks kind of crazy. So what I want to let you guys know ahead of time is, you're probably asking, is this a let's play? Like, are you going to continue this city? You're going to show us how it gets built and, you know, matured? I don't know yet. First of all, I've seen that there have been a few issues. I've noticed on Reddit that there have been a couple people that have had their work seemingly erased. I'm not sure if the servers will kind of fix themselves and bring back some potentially lost data or how that's going to operate, but I'm afraid of something fatal happening like that and then you guys getting disappointed if I can't continue this. So I just want to let you know that that's a possibility, that might happen. Sad as though that might be for a single player game, you don't have to tell me twice. I know. The other thing is, I don't know how you guys are going to respond to this video, so based on, you know, your comments, how many likes I get on this video, indicators like that, going to determine how many more SimCity videos I make. So if you like this, you can let me know in the usual ways. I think you know how to do this. So we got a hill kind of leading down here to a large area by the beach. This would be a fun residential area, but something that I think is important to look at before we even start building is to go to our data layers and check out the wind flow. So clicking on the wind map data layer, we should be able to see the direction the wind is blowing, and it's going to go up in this general area. So this would be a good place for industrial right here, so that the pollution kind of goes off of the map here. And again, over here would not be bad either. So this would be a prime area for residential in my opinion, as well as this whole section up here. So I'm going to place the industrial maybe like off in this little corner by itself. I don't know, maybe both. We'll see. So I just want to get that out of the way first. So what I want to do, we've got this high density road with an avenue in the middle, and I'm going to start with this. Now we don't have a whole lot of money to work with, but nonetheless, I'm going to start with it. And I like the curved roads, the way that they work, the way that they look. So I'm going to start by doing kind of really not a very efficient system right here, and we're just going to lead this straight over down this hill. Like we mean business. We know exactly where we're going to go, and we're going to just start off by leading there. Now I've spent a lot of money already, but it's okay. We can get some bonds, so I'm going to take at least one of these bonds, and from here I'm going to probably branch off into this general area, create some residential. Maybe we could have commercial down here. It doesn't really matter to me. So I'm going to go from now to the medium density avenues that are going to be much cheaper. Now what's interesting about this, guys, is that if you want, you can upgrade your roads. There's a road upgrade tool here, and you can see I can highlight this road and then upgrade it to a high density avenue with a streetcar. What's interesting to note is you can upgrade avenues to better avenues. So a medium density avenue to a high density avenue, but you can't go from a street or a road to an avenue. So I kind of like to start with just avenues and then go from there. Probably not the smartest idea I've ever had, but it just kind of makes sense to me at the time at least. So we're gonna go with it. So let's make another curved road and go out. Oh, too curved, too curved. Let's go from here off in this general direction, and then I want to just kind of go all the way to the edge here. Find somewhere close to the middle that looks about right. I'm not sure if people will want to build houses on the edge of these cliffs, but I'm going to assume that they will want to. And from here, we're gonna go off in another weird curvy shape, like so. And then I think what I'm gonna do is kind of swing it around like this, and then back over. And then from here, we should be able to kind of curve it such that it will connect back up, and we'll just be able to have a little row of houses along this side here. OCD kicking in. What happened here with this road? There's a problem. We're gonna need to fix this. This is an issue. All right, let's see if that's gonna be enough to straighten it out. All right, nope, wrong road. Let's try the one with the avenue. So if I connect both of these, there we go. That should work. Okay, we've done it. We've done it. So from here, I'm going to start zoning some residential so that people can start moving in. So clicking on the zone tab here, we can get the residential zone tool. Probably not the most efficient use of space, but I'm not going for efficiency at this particular moment. I think we'll be okay either way. I kind of prefer, you know, aesthetically pleasing over just a grid. I don't want just a bunch of rectangles. That does not appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. So what I'm going to do here is actually take this avenue and then connect it back to our main road here, the main artery, so that people have more than one method of transportation here so that they can get around. I want to avoid traffic jams when at all possible. But the other positive is I'm going to be able to zone even more residential around here. So let's just make this whole area nice and green. So what I've basically done is given myself this area to work with for industrial, so this is going to be pretty easy to work with. I'm probably going to cut it off like right here and then have all of this be some commercial and just have this whole area be just one big residential zone. I think that's going to work out nicely. So let's get this whole thing to zone residential now that we've got that established. So I can do this whole row as well. You can already see some houses coming in, being built. Some mobile homes. I guess they're not really houses yet at this point, but we can increase the land value and get those bad boys up and moving a little bit faster. So what I'm going to do also is let's get the avenue again, medium density avenue, and let's get the guide to tell us what the best way to line this up is. There goes a plane. That thing is flying pretty low, I'm just going to say. So can we follow this all the way around? I think we can. Hopefully this is going to be okay. And then from here, I can connect it back to our main road, and then we can zone some more residential. So is there going to be enough space here? I guess we'll find out. We'll see how this all works out in the end. And I'm just going to kind of duplicate this a little bit further. We're going to need something besides just residential. I do want to make sure I have enough money, which means I'm going to take out another bond for water supply, which is very important, as well as power, two of the most important things that we can possibly do. The first time I started my city, when I loaded up SimCity, when the game finished downloading earlier tonight, I zoned so many roads. Guys, I love building roads. I really do. But I ended up using all of my bonds on like high density avenues and had no money for water or electricity. It was really embarrassing. But it's, you know, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. So let's take a look at the water tables here. And the ideal place to build a water tower seems to be up here. So we are going to do so. So let's get our water tower up, and I guess just anywhere along this row works. Let's kind of get it towards the center so it has the most water to pull from. That'll look good. And let's also check out, I'm curious to see how that affects the land value. And I think it's one of these. Here it is. Okay, land value map. I don't think that affects it at all, so that's great. So people can build their houses next to the water tower. It shouldn't be an issue. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do for power as well. We have a choice between solar power plant, which is super expensive and doesn't really produce a whole lot of electricity, 8 megawatts during peak hours, whereas this generates 3 and it's only 8,000, so it's a fraction of the cost. Or we can go for a coal power plant or an oil power plant if we want. I've never figured out which of these I prefer. I usually end up going for wind. I'm kind of tired of doing the same thing over and over again. Solar is really expensive, and I'm not sure that I actually want to do it in this particular city. Let's see, what kind of resources do we have here? Let's take a look at our data layers. Do we have any coal? We do have one deposit of coal right where I'm building residential, so that's not really an option for me. Ore is not going to be useful for fuel, I don't think, but that's also on top of the residential. Oil's down here, so if we want to, we can turn our city into some oil mining, some drilling, if we wanted to. So I might do that. So let's go ahead and build some more roads, my favorite thing to do. And I'm going to take, let's see, what were we using? Were we using a high density avenue? Is that what this is? This is so expensive, guys. It's so expensive. Okay, I'm not going to build this yet. I just want to see if I drag this. That's 20,000, just this. Just this is 20,000 simoleons. Simoleons. That's not how you say that. I'm sorry. Simoleons? Simoleons. We're going to go with simoleons. So I'm just going to turn this into a medium right now. I think it'll be okay. I just want, you know, I want to have the avenue. I can upgrade it later. It's just significantly cheaper. It's half price, actually, to be perfectly precise. And I think that I'm going to build this right as close to the water as I can while still having room to zone. So I think that's going to do it. Okay. So from here, I'm going to go all... Oh, no. I'm going to go all the way down this way, and this is where the power plant is going to be. So let's try to follow this little guideline right here. What I want to do is probably get on the guide... Oh, for Pete's sake. I can't get the road tool to stop curving like that, please. Okay. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. I will be okay. There we go. It's now on the road, and I'm going to curve it back slightly. I think this is going to guide it such that it's going to give us optimal space when zoning. You want to follow these guidelines whenever possible, because if you look here, when I zone, it's going to have just enough space, I think, in order to... It's like right up against the wall. Perfect spacing. All right, and from here, I want to go curve it over to the side, and this is where I want to drill for oil. The power plant itself does not have to be on top of that, but it will be handy if it is close by. So let's get the medium density avenue. I want the curved roads, and I don't have any money once again, and I have to get my final bond. Guys, I'm running out of cash. I'm building too many roads again, so I think what I'm going to do is just get electricity for now while I have the... I don't have any money. There we go again. It's a repeat. It's a repeat. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm growing my businesses a little bit to try to get some money. I've taken myself out of the red. We're now making positive income per hour. Look how all these are built on this slant. They're all on these weird-looking hills. This has got to be the most annoying road to drive down for shops in the world. Seriously, you just have to go on this crazy incline to even get into the parking lot. That's got to be so annoying. But anyways, I've also zoned some industrial over here so that I can get some businesses going, so I can start making some money, because I only need just a little bit more. My residents will be patient with me as I get enough money to make this oil power plant. You'll see my income has shot up to 1,000 an hour now that we have all these buildings. Even though they have no electricity, we are making taxes on them, and that's where most of our money is probably coming from, if I had to guess. Residential, 900, commercial, and industrial. I think we have enough money now for the oil power plant. So what I'm going to do is kind of put this off to the side. Let's put it about, I don't know, right here will probably do. Let's take as few of these businesses as possible. Whatever, 2, that's fine. It'll work out in the end. So now it's closed. It's going to be hiring some of our citizens that have been moving in, and then we will get power. We should see as these people start moving in. Look how many cars there are. There's like no intersections, so they have to go all the way to the end and turn around. We will fix that shortly. But for now, let's see if we can get some people to work in here. I think it's now powering the city. You can see as the little modules go down the row underneath the streets, they're lighting up all of the cities, giving everyone power, and we've now approved a petition to build a town hall. Now, this looks like a pretty good place to build a town hall. Wouldn't you agree? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think if I go here, this is what, high density avenue. I don't really have enough money to do what I want to do, but I want it to be like off over here, back by itself. We'll see how much space this takes up. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough space for this, but we're going to try anyways. Let's get the high density avenue. Let's see how far it wants us to space this out. Holy moly, not enough space. All right, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. Let's get the straight lines. Let's go from here. And then I want it to go over to the left, I think. And I don't have enough money. It's okay, guys. We're going to get Town Hall going shortly. We got a little bit of a traffic jam going on here, but luckily I have built these high-density avenues going most of the way down. I think this is where it stops off and merges into 4-lane road. But before long, I'll have enough money to make the little road I want to make. I like having things look nice, at least in my eyes anyways. So let's take a look at the oil power plant. We've got 1,968 out of 2,000 barrels of crude oil. We're burning at a rate of 6.62 thousand barrels per day, generating 150 megawatts. So this is probably going to produce, well, it says low amount of air pollution. Let's see what we can edit it with. We can add conventional oil generators that are going to allow us to produce more power. Combustion turbine generator, which makes crude oil burned under pressure to produce power. That's going to make 150 extra megawatts versus 150. So what's the difference here? Oh, this is high air pollution, and this one's medium air pollution. And then finally we have clean oil generator, which is low air pollution, but we need a university in the region. A university with School of Engineering and a complete research project and a lot of money. So it's gonna be a while before we burn clean, but we do have quite a bit of energy at the moment that should last us for a while. Look at these traffic jams. This is what I get, guys, for not going crazy and just building the high density avenue that I wanted. I got this bad traffic jam all the way out here. These people could just be taking this road all the way down, but they choose not to. I don't know why. I don't know why. We're also going to need sewage before too long. It's trying to tell me, but we'll take care of all that in due time. Let's see how much I can build now. Okay, can we build this across? Almost, guys. Look, we can build this far. We can build that far. All right, but it's enough. It's enough. We're going to be able to place the town hall now. See, I have just enough space for all of the modules. It's going to be right on the edge of this hill, and it's going to look glorious. So we also want some parks. Apparently our Sims are not quite happy, but our hard work is paid off. We can now give our town a name. Once again, with the unoriginal names, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a name generator to figure out what kind of name I want to give this place. Alright, so the first name that the name generator came up with, and I kid you not, you're about to see it for yourself, it is Sheboygan Falls. So our new town name is Sheboygan Falls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sheboygan. Okay, so we seem to have a new quest here at the town hall. I believe it's going to be for a little bit of security. Oh, we have reports of some crazy guy that calls himself Dr. Vu threatening the region. There's only one way to defeat him. Maxis Man! We have to bring him back. We need a bit bigger of a town to give him a proper home. Maybe then he will come save the day. 5,000 simoleons is our reward. Yes, with this limited edition pre-order, from the pre-order I should say, you do get access to the heroes and villains, Maxis Man and Dr. Vu. And I don't know if we'll be able to see them in this video, probably not. I think they're a little bit expensive. And of course, you know, we can't afford superheroes when we have to build more roads, right? Am I right, guys? So let's connect this over. And how much is it going to cost to connect back? The roads overlap, of course, that's the point. I want them to talk to each other and be nice. Okay, can we do that, please? Not enough money to connect this simple road back to back. And I'm gonna make some parks in here if they'll fit properly. That's kind of my plan at the moment anyways. So let's fast forward this a little bit more and get just enough to complete this road. I just want to finish this one road. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, beautiful. Parks will become part of the mainstays of my town. I'm gonna try to up the wealth of all of my citizens. I want this to be a lovely, wealthy town, especially because we've got a good supply of oil here. And honestly, I probably built the oil power plant in the wrong spot. Let me just look at the overlay here. Let's take a look at our oil map. No, it's fine. I'll be able to build the drills back over here in this corner. That's going to be a good spot for them. So right now we have a ton of industrial demand. So what I probably want to do is accommodate that. But first, we're going to need to take a look at sewage. I think this is going to be an issue, and sewage can kind of go back in this corner since the wind is blowing this way anyways. So let's go ahead and make some more roads to accommodate this. I think this is a medium avenue, so that's going to be quite a bit cheaper than what I was using before. Let's make it a curved road and kind of build it around this way. I think this will work. And over this way, and we're going to just kind of loop it back around. What I should do is probably loop it and connect it up here, I think. Give my Sims a better way. Oh, look at that bridge. I wonder how much that costs. Let's get a better angle of this so that we can see this a little bit better. Ooh, I want that bridge. But I feel like it's gonna be a waste of space if I do that. So I think what I'm gonna do is probably get this to go like this. And let's see, how steep is this incline? Let's get down a little bit lower so we can get a better look at this. Oh, no. Okay, start from here. How steep is this incline? Oh my goodness, look at it. Look how steep that is. Is it possible to drive up there? I don't think it is. There we go, that looks good to me. And from here, we can just curve it back around to the side. Well, look at all the cars. There are so many vehicles. This road, I don't know why I have it going this way, but it is. Oh well, I did the cardinal sin. I put a stoplight right in front of my town. This is unacceptable. We're gonna have to change this, but we'll change that later. I don't like having a stoplight right at the entrance off of the highway because this is gonna stop up a lot of traffic later on, but I'll keep that in mind as we progress. And let's get this circular, weird, egg-shaped road kind of connecting back like this. Should work. There we go, guys. We have a bit of a congestion problem here, I'm noticing. Holy flip moly, Batman. Look at this. The traffic jam to end all traffic jams. This is a mistake. What have I done? It just keeps going. How did all these cars even get here? I don't understand. Oh, I thought it was gonna stop and then it didn't. I thought it was, but then it didn't. Oh, that's terrifying.